Hey everyone! Super exciting. It's freezing here. It's freezing. It was like super hot, and now it's like really cold. We had a storm, as you can see, all of the clouds and chaos behind me. Big winds, crazy like rain, flooding, everything. So it's been crazy this past week. Comment what the weather has been like wherever in the world you are. Okay, so for us, it's storms. For us, it's storms. So what's the weather like where you are? Comment, comment, comment. I love to see just how international we are. So thank you guys for joining me today. Today is a really important topic because this is something that I think is one of those things that not enough people talk about. Okay, not enough people are talking about this, and so that's what I'm here today is to talk about this because we need people talking about this. Okay, and basically what today's topic is time. Okay, I want to really talk about the value of time, and not just the value of time, but basically how can we stop wasting time, because a lot of us, especially if you're an amateur equestrian, how many of you guys I see wasting your time and your energy and your money and your resources on the wrong things which don't serve you. And instead, I'm going to give you some tips today that you can really like maximize your time. Okay, I want you guys to level up faster. And especially if you're an amateur, like, you guys have jobs, you have families, you have kids, husbands, multiple horses, like whatever it is, you have a life. Okay, you have a life. You need to maximize your time. Okay, I don't want you spending all day and all night on a second job, because why? You already have one. Okay, you don't need a second job, or you're already a business owner. Like, you have things to do. Okay, so that's why I really want to talk about time. Okay, so I want you to comment right now, time. Okay, big bold. I'm going to comment it too. Time. Okay, comment, comment, comment. This is an interactive class. Okay, I don't do just me talking boring video style. That doesn't work for me, you guys. I need you guys to comment. I need you to interact, even if you're just joining me on the replay recording. I personally reply to every single one of you. I mean, if I can, or someone in my team does. So, comment, comment, comment. I love it. It motivates me. It energizes me to keep doing these classes every single week. So, comment time. Okay, so when I want to, as I said, share a couple of tips, and I don't want to talk about this, but I feel it's relevant, and I'm just not really going to go there because it'll make me too emotional. When I was 9, I learned the value of time. Okay, when I was 9 years old, my best friend died in a car crash. She was 9. Okay, she was 9 years old. I was 9, and at 9 years old, I learned, actually at school, that my friend had died and she was kind of having all of this time taken from her. So, as I said, I'm going to keep moving. Otherwise, I'm going to get too emotional. So, that was the day that I really learned just how precious time is. And so I've kind of spent my entire life not necessarily valuing, money. Money is important. Money is what pays for the bills, what pays for horses. Like, we can buy more horses because of money. Money gives us the freedom to be able to travel internationally. It gives us the freedom and joy of being able to compete and kind of help others by paying for their services. So, money is a necessary part of life. But the thing about money is you can always make more money. Okay, you can always make more money. You can have a second job, another job, business, invest in properties, invest in the market. Like, you can always make more money. Okay, money, it's coming and going constantly. You can always make more money. You can't make more time. Okay, time, we've all been given 24 hours. Okay, I don't care if you're Oprah Winfrey. I don't care if you're the Dalai Lama, if you're Michael Jordan. Okay, I don't care. It doesn't matter. We all have 24 hours. Okay, so, if you come to the end of the day and you're saying to yourself, oh, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough time. Well, everyone has 24 hours. Okay, you can't get more time. Okay, you can get more money, but you can't get more time. So, time is extremely valuable. Okay, so I want you guys to comment, time is precious. Okay, time is precious. It's one of those things that no matter how hard you want it, no matter how badly you want it, you only get 24 hours. That's it. You only get 24. Every single day, we each get 24. So I really want to talk about, okay, we all have the same amount of 24 hours. But when you look at, Oprah Winfrey, for example, or when you look at some of your favorite riders, Okay, I'm going to use the example of some of my clients, which we work with. Okay, my clients are maximizing their time because we've strategized for them. We've set up their training plans. Okay, we've given them workbooks, they have checklists, they have maps. They don't have to wonder and Google and watch YouTube videos for hours and hours trying to find the answers. They literally just send me a message or send me a video, and I'm telling them exactly what to work on. Okay, you don't have to waste your time trying to come up with what do I need to do. Okay, so I love using them as examples because they're killing it. But I really want you guys to walk away from today's class having that kind of strategy in your brain of, oh my gosh, I need to maximize my time. Okay, so that's really my goal for today's class. Okay, so again, comment where in the world you guys are joining me from. You can see it's like super stormy here in Spain. It's not raining right now, but I think it might any moment, so I'm going to try and be quick with today's class as well. Okay, so I have some notes I'm going to kind of go over, and we're just going to jump to it. So obviously time is a finite resource, as I've already mentioned, and especially as amateur riders, like a lot of you guys are focusing your time on the wrong things. So some of you guys are trying to DIY. That's the number one mistake I keep seeing, is you guys are trying to DIY, coming up with your own training plans. The number one thing that I see, not just maybe you guys personally, but in the industry, a lot of amateurs, their favorite thing to do is DIY exercises. So they'll go online or they'll buy these books like 1001 horse riding exercises or pole exercises. And half of the exercises out there, they're like trot poles shaped like Christmas trees, which I've worked for a number of Grand Prix show jumpers. I've worked for a number of top polo players, I've ridden like Tevis winning horses. I've ridden Olympic horses. Not once, not even almost did it come up a Christmas tree trot pole exercise. Okay, never in their training plan. So, and some of you guys are like, oh, well, I'm not training for the Olympics. Okay, but are you training for something? Okay, what's your goals? Are your goals aligned with the exercises which you're working on? Because if they're not, then why are you working on them? You're just wasting your time. So that's the one thing that I want to kind of clarify here, is the importance of having a coach. Okay, the importance of having a coach. Okay, if you guys have seen The Karate Kid, who here has seen The Karate Kid? Okay, I want you guys to wave your little virtual hands. Who's seen The Karate Kid? You know that scene, yeah, with Mr. Miyagi? He keeps telling Daniel-san, like, wax on, wax off, paint the fence, all these things. And at some point, Daniel-san, he's doing all these things, wax on, wax off. One day, he goes to Mr. Miyagi, and he's fed up. He's like, I quit. Like, this has nothing to do with karate. Right? I want to learn karate. And so he's going to storm off, and Mr. Miyagi, he says, Daniel-san. And he says, wax on. And Daniel-san's like, oh, whatever. And Mr. Miyagi, what does he do? He throws a punch, and Daniel-san, boom, blocks the punch. Okay, and the boom blocks the other punch through wax on, wax off. Okay, so having a coach, okay, especially me, is same like the Karate Kid. Okay, we have training plans, we have a system. I know how to build your muscle memory. I know how to undo your incorrect muscle memory, all those bad riding habits that you've been developing over all of the years. You've developed 10,000 hours rising to the trot incorrectly, 10,000 hours sitting to the trot incorrectly, sitting the canter incorrectly. So I have to undo all of those 10,000 hours of incorrect muscle memory and reprogram you. Okay, so that is why having a coach is so important and helps you streamline, because you don't know what you don't know, but you don't know. Okay, and a lot of you guys, you're focusing your energy on the wrong things. I can't tell you how many times I've had a student or a client join one of my coaching programs. They send me their riding video, and they'll try and give me the comments of what their eye is. I always encourage that, because I want to know what your eye is. Okay, that's part of learning. I need to know what your eye is. And I can, like 99.9% of the time, they'll tell me, oh, look at this specific body part. Oh, look, I'm looking down. Oh, look, my legs are swinging. Oh, look, whatever. They'll kind of pinpoint what they think the issue is. But then guess what? I mean, they weren't trained to actually have the eye of correct biomechanics. So it's almost never the thing that they think it is in order to fix it, right? So that's why I'm kind of Mr. Miyagi-ing. Okay, I'm going in and I'm seeing those videos of you riding, and I'm saying, hey, actually, in order to fix that, we need to do this. And then I'm going to give you your training plan and say, hey, do this lesson, this exercise, and in a week, boom, it's gone. Okay, so that's the importance of having a coach, not just any random coach, okay, but a coach who's actually having training plans and systems, which, by the way, we're the only ones. We're the only ones that have this. No one else on the planet is doing this, okay? Not the FEI, I know, because I'm an FEI certified coach. The FEI, they test you. They tested me to be a coach, but they didn't teach me how to be a coach. They just wanted to make sure I was a really good one, which I was, which is why I got this certification. But they don't actually have a curriculum on how to build riders and horses. Same thing with US. I got certified in the US for a whole number of things. Honestly, like if I was to name all of them, it's just ridiculous. It's just boring. Okay, I got certified in everything. But guess what? They also don't have a step-by-step training plan and curriculum, and that's why there's so much contradiction happening in all the different sports. The 100 jumper people are saying, heels down. The other people are saying, oh, this, oh, you should point your toes forward. The other people are saying, oh, you should do that. Oh, this, oh, that, oh, blah, contradicting, it's clashing, and you don't know who to listen to, who's right, who's wrong. Okay, there is no system, there's no structure, and there's no actual kind of curriculum or path, at least until now, before we came in. There's no real path to say, hey, do these exercises. Okay, if you do these exercises and you do these exercises with your horse, you will get here. Okay, you will get here. That's why we've established our levels. Okay, it's not enough to just say, oh, I'm an advanced beginner. Oh, I'm an intermediate. Okay, that means nothing. Okay, you have to have specific tasks, which is why in our book, The Ambitious Equestrian, we had all those assessments for you guys to fill out. So that way oh, I'm actually at this level. I thought I was here, but I'm actually here because I haven't done these key milestones in my training. I've skipped these key milestones, which most of you guys are skipping. Okay, it's like trying to learn the ABCs and forgetting the letter D. Okay, forgetting the letter D, E, F. Okay, a lot of you guys are forgetting those letters, which are kind of important. We use them in a lot of sentences. But you guys are completely skipping those words or those letters, and you're trying to build sentences and you're trying to write novels. Okay, but you're missing half the alphabet. Okay, so again, the importance of a coach. Okay, that like wax on, wax off, that Mr. Miyagi, to really focus and hone in on exactly what it is that you are doing. Okay, that you are doing specifically, because every person is different. Okay, your backstory is different than my backstory. My body is different than your body. My horse is different than your horse. Okay, so it has to be a personalized thing. Okay, some stuff, there's key milestones, which everyone should be able to do and accomplish and achieve, but how you get there, okay, that's a personalized individual journey, which is the fun part for me as being a coach. I get to watch you guys as you transform and you kind of go through these levels and you become amazing riders. So amazing for me. So I want you guys to comment. Francis is in the oven at the moment. It's super cold and super stormy here, but it was pretty hot the other day. Okay, I want you guys to comment if you guys are finding this valuable so far. I want you to say value. Okay, value, value, value. And I'm going to keep going with my notes. So the importance of coach, that's definitely number one, and that is definitely key. The other thing that I want to talk about is this kind of concept of structured learning. A lot of us really do better with structures and with plans and with systems, but for some reason, a lot of horse riding instructors, they're not learning in the industry. They're not, very good business people, let's just say. A lot of horsey people, they're really bad at business. So they have no clue how to implement structures and systems into their horse riding coaching business. And they themselves are kind of learning the same thing that their teacher taught them, but they're not actually questioning the system. They're not going out there finding the answers. I had to travel to over 65 different countries to get the answers that I was seeking. I had to train with Olympians. I had to train with Grand Prix show jumpers. I had to train not just with show jumpers, but with Grand Prix dressage horses. And as I said, Tevis winner horses. I had to kind of get my answers in a number of different places. And I never would have done that had I stayed in my little bubble. Okay, if I would have stayed in my little bubble. So structured learning is huge. It's huge. We did it in school. Okay, we had a system. First grade, you learn this. Second grade, you learn that. Third, fourth, fifth, all the way up to high school, all the way through college. So why is it in the horse industry, if you go to any random instructor and you ask them, like, hey, what's my training plan for the next 6 months? They can't tell you. They can't tell you. You know why? Because they don't know. They don't know what the training plan is. They don't have an actual plan. you're kind of paying them for an hour of their time, and they're just kind of walking around the arena saying things like, oh, heels down, I'll make a circle, I'll go down the center line. Great, job done, lesson's over. I'll see you next week. That's kind of how people are giving lessons. And yeah, sure, you might get some tips and some guidelines here or there for sure, but there is no real path. Okay, so if you're that person that you have a goal, a target which you want to achieve, whether it's I want to jump a meter, I want to jump 120, I want to compete in, dressage at third level, I want whatever it is, you have a target which you're aiming for. But the problem is that instructor has no clue how to build out a structured system for you to be able to actually achieve those milestones needed to get that goal. Okay, and that's what we really focus on. That's what we specialize in. Okay, like my business is actually helping you guys achieve your goals. Okay, that's my actual business. So yeah, structured learning. Okay, we did it in school, we did it in high school. There was a system, there was a plan, and that's what we've designed and invented and implemented for our clients. Okay, so you need structure, you need a plan. Again, this helps you save time. Okay, why are you trying to invent what you should be working on when you have no clue? Okay, Ellie, I'm going to call you out because I know you're watching. Ellie's like number one working on the wrong thing. Okay, she's working on the wrong thing. And it's funny because it's not just her. Like so many of you guys, if I'm not holding your hand and you go off on your own, right? What do? You start Googling random exercises. You start obsessing over wrong things. You're watching yourself in the Pivo and you're like, oh my God, I'm doing this thing. And then you're coming up with your own idea of what it is you think you need to work on, when actually the reality is it has nothing to do with your goal. Okay, so again, you got to know what your target is, but also you got to know how to make that structured plan and system in order to achieve that target. Okay, just coming up with some random goal that you think you need to achieve in order to get to that other goal, which you have to loop to get to that other goal, which maybe might lead to that goal. No, it's too much work. Okay, it's too much work me just talking about it. Okay, follow the system. Okay, follow the system, follow the plan. Okay, like Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off. It's so simple. Some of you guys, you get my kind of workbooks, my training plans, and some of the exercises, when you look at them on paper, you're like, oh man, that's going to be pretty simple, right? Oh, that's simple. I could do that. And then guess what? You get on your horse and you find out very quickly it's simple, but it's not easy. Okay, comment not easy. Simple, but it's not easy. Okay, and there's a reason behind that. Okay, it's simple, but it's effective. Okay, it's simple, but it's effective, and it's not easy, and it's challenging and spicy enough, but it's going to actually hone in on what you need to get you to move to that next level, unlock you. Okay, so comment simple, but not easy. Okay, so many notes, so many things that I want to talk about. The next thing that I want to mention is stop, just stop, comment stop. Okay, stop this DIY mentality. Okay, and I've been touching on it kind of this whole class, but you have to stop this DIY mentality. This, I could do it on my own. I don't need a coach. I don't need this. I don't need blah. Oh, I can order a Pivo and watch videos of myself. Yeah, okay, you can. Great. How's that working for you so far? Okay, how's that working for you so far? I have never, and I've met quite a few Olympians, I've never met an Olympian that got to the Olympics without a coach. Never happened. Never. Not once. Not even on accident. Okay, they always have a coach. They always have a mentor. They always have somebody giving them that feedback and that kind of secondary viewpoint. Because we're standing so close to the tree that we can't see the forest. Okay, I want you guys to comment tree, by the way, because I would love it if everyone watching, like scrolling through their Facebook, they just see tree, and they're really confused. Okay, so comment tree. Yeah, so yeah, simple, not easy. Okay, comment tree so we can confuse everyone. Okay, this is some heavy stuff, you guys. This is some heavy stuff. So you have to stop that DIY mentality. And there's a couple of ways to do this. One, you need to know your limits. Okay, you need to acknowledge and know what your limits are. Okay, so regardless of your level, everyone has limits. Okay, everyone has limits. Everyone needs someone to help them get to that next step. Okay, everyone needs a little bit of feedback, a little bit of kind of external information and input. Okay, sometimes, as I said, you're standing so close to the tree, you don't see the whole forest. Okay, it happens to all of us, honestly. Okay, I mean, I'm a coach, and you know what? The number one thing I spend my money on, Coaching. Okay, I spend like crazy. I spend so much money on coaching, it's obscene. But I do that because I value it. I value what I get out of coaching. Okay, they give me new ideas, fresh perspective. Sorry, it's late, you guys. But I just get so much different input from other coaches that it's something that I budget for it. I will never not have the funds for coaching because it's so important to me. I mean, it's way more important than like a Netflix subscription. Okay. So that's something that is my like non negotiable. I have always money for coaching. Okay. I always have a coach on something. Maybe it's a fitness coach. Maybe it's a business coach. Maybe it's a show jumping coach, like whatever it is. But I always have coaches. Always. I love surrounding myself with them. Okay. So recognize your limits. Okay. The other thing is be willing and ready to invest in yourself. Okay. What I just said just now, like budget for that. Okay. Why are you guys trying to spend money on like Pessoas and martingales and these and that and bits and like all kinds of stupid stuff? I'm sorry, but like throw it in the trash. Stop wasting your money on this stuff. I see some stupid things getting invented nowadays. Oh, if I hold this cube, I can ride with perfect dressage hands. Oh, if I tie a band around my hands, and that's, a horsey thing in a tack shop. So of course that's like 300 euros for a band to go around your hands. Oh, if I, put a whip behind my back, then I'll sit like that. That's not correct position or posture. Like, why are you spending your money, wasting your money on stupid stuff, on gimmicks? Okay, when actually what you should be doing is investing in yourself and investing in a coach, but also like a system which is actually effective, which is actually proven to get you to those goals and to those milestones that you want to get to. Okay, so it's never a bad thing to invest in yourself and invest in your horse. Okay, it's like saying that your horse is not worth that money, and it's just not true, because we both know your horse is worth its weight in gold. Okay, your horse is worth its weight in gold. So why not invest that in learning how to be a better rider for your horse so that they actually love spending time with you? I can't tell you how many horses I see they're living the life, they have food in their belly, but they're actually really unhappy with their life, with their riders, okay, with their day job. They're so bored, they're so miserable, and then they start reacting accordingly. They're pinning their ears, they're crow hopping, they're kicking, they're bucking, they're rearing, some of them, or they're just unhappy. Okay, you put your legs on, they don't want to move. They're just like, whatever. They're ignoring you. Okay, these are unhappy horses. And you see it a lot. It's kind of sad. Okay, you see it a lot because these people are not investing in their education and improving themselves as riders. As soon as you improve your riding, the transformation of how much your horses love spending time with you, it's night and day. It's completely like two different horses. They actually enjoy being with their rider when you are challenging them, keeping them interested. They're not bored. They're super like excited to get to spend that time with you. Those are the type of horses I like to work with. Okay, happy horses. Okay, happy horses. And I know you guys love your horses. So you want a happy horse. Okay, you want a happy horse. Stop investing in stupid stuff. Okay, invest in yourself. Okay, that's the number one, like, biggest advice I could give you guys. Okay, so I want you guys to comment, you're worth it. Okay, or comment, I'm worth it. Okay, if you guys don't believe that you're worth it, like, that needs to be your mantra. Okay, I'm worth it. I'm worth every penny. Okay, my horse is worth every penny. Yeah, so comment. Okay, own it. Own it, comment, live it, breathe it. Okay. Okay, so whole lot of stuff here. I'm just gonna like boom, 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 conclude today's session because we kind of went over time. So basically, okay, some of the top things that I addressed today: time is valuable. Okay, time is precious. You could always make more money. You cannot get more time. Okay, time, like 24 hours in a day, it's the one thing that, Oprah Winfrey has in common with you. It's the one thing that, whatever, Jessica Springsteen has in common with you. Okay, we all have 24 hours. Okay, Ben Mayer, all these Olympians, they have the same amount of 24 hours in their day as you. The difference is how they maximize their time. Okay, the importance of a coach. Okay, that was the second thing that we addressed today. So important, finding that Mr. Miyagi, that wax on, wax off, who gives you that training plan. Okay, not just any random coach. Most instructors, they have like 70 students every week. Okay, they're just Googling an exercise on the internet and they're making all 70 students go over that same exercise. Okay, that's not coaching. Okay, that's just standing in the middle and shouting instructions. Okay, make a circle, heels down. Okay, you could shout that all day to 70 different students, and guess what? They're not improving, they're not learning, they're not actually getting any closer to their goals. Okay, but they still got their money, so who cares? So, the importance of an actual coach. Okay, that's what we do. We've built a training plan, we have a system. Okay, so structured learning, that was the other thing that we talked about. Okay, having structure, having a system. It's so important. Like, how come we had first grade, second grade, third grade, everything all mapped out? We had tests on specifically this is what we need to know in order to get to second grade. And yet you go out into the horse world and that stops. And no one can tell you anything about in 6 months you're doing this training plan, and a year you're doing that. We have that, but no one else on this planet has that. No one else can tell you, hey, 6 months from now, you're going to be doing these kind of things. You're going to be at this level. Okay, your horse is going to be doing that. Okay, so structured learning, so important. Also, you guys, stop that DIY mentality. Okay, comment DIY if you're guilty of that. Okay, but you gotta stop. Okay, it's hurting you. It's hurting your time. It's hurting your finances. It's hurting your horse. Okay, stop. Just stop with the DIY. It's not good. Okay, it's not good. Okay, so stopping that DIY mentality, and then of course, invest in yourself. Okay, you're worth it. Your horse is worth it. Like, spend the money on what works. Okay, stop wasting the money on these stupid things that don't work. Be smart. Be smart with your money, invest in yourself, because you are worth it, and so is your horse. Honestly, so is your horse. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's class. I see some of you guys commenting. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you. I hope you have less storms than what we are about to have. Thank you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye, everyone. Bye. Oh, wait, one last thing. If you are one of those that you are interested in reaching out to me and kind of jumping on one of our training plans and coaching, make sure you comment down below. Okay, I want you to comment me, and I will reach out to you so that way we can jump on a one-on-one strategy call. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, everyone. Bye.